once again back again. Thank you so much. So last time I've discussed about the anatomy base 1 discussion of base anatomy like part 1. So part 2 we will be discussing tomorrow. So as I told you, anatomy, histology, like where how they should be go in the combination like the same thing. Yesterday we have started anatomy and today we are going to start histology, so that it will be easy for you to complete two subjects at a time. So why the two subjects are getting completed at a time? Because anatomy and histology resembles in external, like structure is anatomy and the internal structure is histology. So let's start with histology. So like in the last video I have told you, like whenever you are doing a question for the Croc 1 in your base book, you need to see the question. Number first point, you need to see the question and you need to find out from which subject it is, whether it is from medbio, whether it is from histology, whether it's from anatomy, whether it's from biochemistry, whether it's from pathology. Okay, but we are going to do together the both subjects of anatomy and histology of base of Croc 1. Okay, so let's start our subject with histology, as I've started anatomy yesterday. I think you have seen the video. Thank you so much. So please keep on encouraging me, so I'll be doing more and more for you. Okay, so let's start with the first question. A patient visited a dentist with complaints of redness and edema of his mouth, mucous membrane in a month after dental prosthesis. For example, C. This is a mouth. This is the mouth of patient, like who was having the redness and edema of his mouth. See, I am drawing with red, so don't forget the red in the question. So I just wanted to the redness and edema of his mouth mucous membrane in a month after dental process. So before, when doing my videos, you need to keep your question base book in front of you and you need to write, because I am explaining you on the board, because I can't write under the description, so that it will be taking time processing. But we have a lot of syllabus to complete, as if you all are maybe having the problem like pharmacology, pathomorphology, pathophysiology in the pandemic situations of corona. So for that reason, we need to go with the topic. But to go with the topic and as well as with the base question explanation, there is no time for me to upload the questions down. So I request you, whenever you're watching my video, just keep your base book in front of you and just watch the video and write the explanations, so that it will be easy for you. So this is the mouth of a person. He got the redness and edema. Okay, his mouth has been got redness and edema. Very good. And after that, in a month after dental prosthesis, maybe something has been done for him. Due to that, there was some prosthesis, and after that, the patient was diagnosed with allergic stomatitis. What is the term? Is allergic. Stoma means mouth. Stoma, titis is always inflammation. What is called? Inflammation. Okay, titis. Okay, see, in the question, he has given you the hint like allergic, and after that, like when the patient was diagnosed with allergic stomatitis, What type of allergic reaction by the Jells and Coombs? There were two friends. His name is Gel and his name is Coombe. Okay. These were the two persons, according to their history, as once they were walking on the fields of their village, and they were observing like some infectious like organisms, not infectious, like allergic, like dust and the soil, like as they were walking in their fields, and suddenly they have seen the dust coming towards them, and both were shocked. Both were shocked. Both were shocked, like, oh my god, this dust is coming towards us. What's happening? Hey Jill, hey Coombe, what's happening? Come, let's discuss. What the hell is out of happening here? See, the dust is going inside. The pollen grains are going inside. What's happening to my body? See, I'm playing on the mud. Maybe I'm eating some mud. So like, maybe I'm getting some allergic rashes on my skin and this soil. They were discussing. But finally, they both sat together, they discussed together, and they put a name for this topic. It's called hypersensitivity. Hypersensitivity, which you study in pathophysiology. Hypersensitivity reactions. Okay, this is the history of the Gel and Coombe, and they're going to tell about their story, like how the allergic reactions are happening and in which type this allergic reaction will come as an example. So let's start with see, the answer is, you can watch in the base book, you can see in the base book, and you can write the explanation over there under the base, like under the question, like where you have the book. The answer is delayed type hypersensitivity. Delayed type hypersensitivity. See, for allergic, we can get hypersensitivity type 1 reaction. Okay, these both fellows have, I think they have described about 4. Hypersensitivity type 1, hypersensitivity type 2, hypersensitivity type 3, hypersensitivity type 4. So mostly you will be getting most of the questions from hypersensitivity type 1, which will be twisted. Put 3 stars to that questions. What all those questions are related to the like anaphylactic, immediate, and atopy, and many names. Like see, this hypersensitivity reaction is having Aadhaar card name, it's having its pet name, it's having its common name, like that. So whatever the names that you remember for the hypersensitivity reaction, like immediate, anaphylactic, and reagent, and what's more, atopy, and these all are the names for this guy. His name is hypersensitivity type 1. So in the base book, we have seen the answer delayed type of hypersensitivity reaction. This is the answer when you talk about it according to this diagram. See, it's telling allergy. I can simply blindly go to the first option because allergy is a very good example for the anaphylactic type 1 reaction. Yes or no? Anaphylactic type 1 reaction, allergy is very good example. But I mean to tell you that he can twist you by combining 2 hypersensitivity reactions in the question. Important note. If a guy who wants like about 85 to 95%, he need to twist the questions by himself. He need to make the questions in a different way. He need to make the questions by himself in a totally different manner so that he can understand like how to make the questions. And that guy is going to get like 90 or 95 above. So let's come to the topic back. The allergic means I can blindly go to the allergic. Like hypersensitivity, type 1 reactions according to this both people. Who are they? Jalen Coombe. Jalen Coombe, okay? Wherever you see Jalen Coombe, close your eyes and put this answer. The last one. Delayed type of hypersensitivity. Why? In delayed type of hypersensitivity, you need to see only one keyword. But I'm not encouraging the keyword. I'm encouraging you to understand the concept. See, if you are thorough with the concept, no need of reading these books. But these books are there as per our syllabus, like how we are conducting the croak examinations and this all. But the questions are going to come. But as for my knowledge, like as for my information, I feel that I've seen some videos, they were like discussing that IFAM or some USMLA form type questions will be discussed. They were telling, but it's true or not, I don't know. I should ask God. But the thing is, you read this. I'm not telling you to read. 50% may be going to get, or 60% you may get from this, but the remaining we'll try our best. Okay. So the thing is, delayed type hypersensitivity. So again, I'm reading the question. Listen carefully. A patient visited a dentist with complaints of redness and edema of his mouth mucosa membrane in a month after dental surgery. Is mucous membrane edema? Both. This is mucous membrane. This is the mouth. This is the nose. And the patient was diagnosed with this stomatitis. What type of allergic reaction by Jalen Combs underlies this disease? But listen, he has given you the hint. What do you mean by delayed? What do you mean by delayed? Delayed means it's the time taking process slowly. Because delayed like in the type 4 reactions, which is delayed type of hypersensitivity, it takes somewhat time. But in the question, he has given a small hint to confuse. The hint is nothing month after the dental prosthesis. Listen. A month after the dental prosthesis. Month is very important. Put 3 star. Put 3 star to month. Because delayed. Okay, let's go for the second question. But guys, this is not histology question. This is a question of path physiology. Don't get confused. Because, okay, I thought of explaining you, but I explained you. But let's go with the second question of histology based questions. Okay, come on. Next question. An electronic microphotograph shows a macrophage cell with erythrocyte at different stages. Microscope I have, which I brought from the lab. Microscope. See, this is a microscope which I brought from the lab. And what did I do? Shows a macrophage cell with erythrocytes. So you have your erythrocytes. Okay, and what is asking, you have your erythrocytes in the macrophage cells at different stages. Maybe I think you have known about the stages of blood, like where you studied in the histology of a group 1 subject. Any bone in our body, like which consists of bone marrow, synthesizes what? All cells of our body, like red blood cells, white blood cells, and so on. So the different stages of erythropoiesis will be taken in the bone marrow. But let's see in the bone marrow where it is. Think this is your shaft bone. Okay? Think this is your femur bone. So I'm taking a knife, I'm cutting this bone. And I'm collecting this and I'm putting under the microscope. After putting under the microscope, I've seen these blood cells. What are those? I've seen these erythrocytes. Blood cells are nothing but the erythrocytes. The other nickname, it's a pinky name, it's a pet name, it's what you call, whatever you feel. Erythrocytes. Okay? Or RBCs. Or erythropoiesis. Or erythroblast, the pre-stage. And so on, like different names you'll be getting when you study histology. The synthesis, like where the blood is going to be synthesized, like from in which part of the bone marrow, like have the stages. But I can explain you that the synthesis, but it's not so important. It's important, the subjects, what are the important, more like pathology and pharmacology. We are going to discuss that subject in depth, and this subject, don't need to worry, they're going to ask only simple questions. So whatever the material, the books that I'm sharing, that questions will be from that book what I have shared, like which I have prepared from that book only. Like I have been shared two books, like histology and anatomy, like which I have prepared. It was my 3 months of hard work, like I have prepared that book, and from that book only you are going to get. And that book was prepared by me and my friend come brother come my inspiration, Dr. Krishna Said is a doctor in Gandhi, and one more guy is Shubham is also doing his internship in Delhi. He's also like my brother. Maybe he's a senior in education, but we are equal in the age. But no problem. Let's start. So it is our hard work. So I think I am going to share you that book soon, but it take little time. So already 2-3 subjects have been finished. So I'm going to release. I'm working on the remaining subjects to make the books, and I'm going to release within 3 weeks. Okay, 3 weeks. So let's go to the discussion with the question. So erythrocyte has been stages in the different stages in the bone marrow. When the bone marrow is cut and it's put in under this microscope, and when you examine in the microscope, you have seen a blood cells with the different stages. What? With the different stages. Like this was one stage, this was one stage, this was one stage, this was like stages, different stages were observed in that microscope. Okay, in that microscope, the differences were observed with the differentiation. Differentiation, see, starting the blood cell was like this, like this, like this, like this, and finally it became like this. Why the blood cell is biconcave shaped? It's my question. The blood cell is biconcave shape so that it can easily go into the capillaries. Capillaries near the arterioles. Okay. So he's asking simply the different stages of the erythrocyte is going on in the so and so part of the body. Which part it is? No need to discuss about like other thymus, no. Spleen, no. Tonsils, you know where it is. Lymph node, you know where it is. But the answer is bone marrow. Bone marrow. Okay. So let's go for the third question. Histology. Guys, write the explanations in your croak material. Don't even forget to write these explanations, because you feel like that you have finished everything, but after hearing some stories of like any postpone this all, then your mind will be flushed up. Okay, so if you are thoroughly prepared now, no need to worry for the future. So think about future. Tomorrow is not going to come, to think for today. To decrease the blood supply to the organ causes hypoxia. This is heart. Okay. This is heart. Heart is pumping what? It is arch of aorta. This is the left ventricle, right ventricle, and this one, right artery and left artery. Sorry, not this one, sorry. This one, RA, RL, okay? So before asking this question, so let us discuss a small concept, a minute concept that you will be in your pathology going on, be asked. Mostly in your heart pathology, you'll be asked this. So we have a concept, heart pathology, in your path morphology and your path physiology also. If you're thorough with this topic, like structures of heart, okay, auricles of heart and ventricles of heart, valves of heart and their diseases and what is hypertrophy. It's very important, please note down what is hypertrophy and what is myocarditis. It's information to the middle layer of the cardiac muscle of the heart, and you'll be getting some diseases, especially see, this is a heart, this is a heart, this is a heart, and here I have the valve, here I have the valve, here I have the valve. See, always on the right side, and always on the right side is tri means tricuspid. Always on the left side is mitral valve. See, left side, whenever you start showing someone your heart, you put your hand like this on your heart. So the heart is on the left side. The left side is always which valve we have? Bicuspid or mitral valve? Bicuspid or mitral valve on the left side, and the right side is the tricuspid valve. And no need to forget about the important thing is this is the valve, this is the valve. We have a iron rope which is holding the valves. These are the valves. You see, tricuspid means 3, so 3 leaflets. I'm zooming from the superior view of the heart. So this is bicuspid means 2 leaflets. So these valves has to be open and closed. This valve has to be open and closed. But listen guys, here it is a very important thing that I need to discuss here. Okay, see, now I'm going to show these valves. I've taken these valves and I'm putting on the heart. So it will be like this. See, there will be this is a 3 leaflets by 2 leaflets. These valves have been held by some strong thread-like structures. And these thread-like structures, like a base cement, hold supporting. We have some muscles. Over here, like here. And these muscles are called papillary muscles. And these are the called, like I think you went to the Mumbai and this all streets, like where you find the bridges. Bridges are held by what? Iron rope, which can withhold, which can overload, which can keep the capacity of the bridge for not to break. The same thing, whenever these leaflets of the tricuspid and the leaflets of the bicuspid start opening and closing, there will be a movement like this. See, when the papillary muscles, the chordae tendineae. Wait, let me write this. This is the thread-like thing. It's chordae tendineae. Okay, these thread-like things will hold the valves, and these thread-like things like chordae tendineae are held by papillary muscles. These papillary muscles, after getting the conduction from the SA node, see the current is passing, the conduction is passing through the AV node. From the AV node, annular phase. From the annular phase, going to the Purkinje fibers. From the Purkinje fibers, is going there to the ventricles. From the ventricles, the papillary muscles start contracting. Then the valves will be opened. Then you will be listening to the words laptop. Yes, you are a doctor. You have the stethoscope. You are a doctor. You have the stethoscope. When you are examining your patient, the sound of the patient, the heart sound should be like laptop, like 70 beat per minute. So much the creativeness of God is such a designed in a correct manner that our heart is having a capacity to pump the blood that to 5 to 5 liters or to 6 liters of blood to all parts of the body, all parts of the body, like organs, tissues, cells, brain, anywhere. So that's the reason the heart is called as the central pumping organ of blood to all the body. So as it is very important organ, we need to take care of it very nicely. But what we are doing, we are taking all the junk food. We are not even making in a proper diet. We are not in a proper hygiene, and we are doing whatever that we feel like doing. We'll be taxing. So you'll be spending money. You'll be eating fatty foods, unsaturated fats. Maybe you don't even understand the saturated, unsaturated, and you'll take on. What's going to happen? Of course, there will be a plagues. There will be plagues in your CAD. What is mean CAD? Coronary artery diseases, like where you are going to learn in the pathology of this heart. It's very important. So when we are going to discuss very much interesting, when we start off reading pathology of heart, there we are going to discuss what are the etiological situations, what are the causes, what is the pathogenesis, and how this pathogenesis affecting the heart. See, which bacteria is going settling here, which bacteria is going settling here, which inflammation is happening in the myocardium, which is nothing but myocarditis. So on, we will discuss in the pathology of heart when we discuss about that. So I explained this heart because there is small connection correlation with the third question. See, decreased blood supply to the organs causes hypoxia. What's called? Hypoxia. Wait. Hypoxia. Hypoxia means insufficient blood to your body needs of the tissues or cells. So on. If there is no body, there is no oxygen which is not supplied to your body tissues. What happens? There will be some problems with the blood. There will be problems with the cells, like which they cannot take it. Okay. So the thing is, decreased blood supply to the organs causes hypoxia that activates fibroblast function. Volume of what elements is increased in this case? Volume of what elements is increased in this case? Okay, this is the stomach. Okay, I am cutting the part of stomach. I am taking the cells of stomach. What are cells of stomach? Okay, I see. This is my mouth. Sorry. This is a lady. She is taking what? O2. If O2 is not reaching this, if O2 is not reaching here, then it's called, the condition is called hypoxia. Okay, hypoxia. So when we are going to talk about this topic in pathophysiology about hypoxia, there we are going to talk about the introduction of hypoxia, who is hypoxia father, who is hypoxia mother, who are the sons of hypoxia, like how many types they are there. Okay, this all we are going to discuss. But before that, see the question that we are discussing. She was taking oxygen, but oxygen was not supplied to the tissues, like she was creating hypoxic situations. Fibroblast function, okay, it activates fibroblast function. Maybe the fibroblasts are there, that tissue, you have the substance, you have the intercellular substance, okay. But the question he is asking is, volume of what elements is increased in this case? Of course, listen, when there is no proper supply of oxygen to the cells, there will be a problem in the intercellular substance. This is cell, this is cell, this is cell, this is cell. The intercellular substance, what is present in the between, it will be increased. So I am going to draw the same diagram in a different manner. See, this is a circle, this is a cell, this is a cell, this is a cell, this is a cell. And see, there is some intercellular substance which will be increased like this, which will be increased, and the size of these cells become like this, and the size of these cells become small, and the size of this cell becomes small. So there will be hypoxic conditions like this. The answer is the increase of the intercellular substance will leads to the hypoxia. Yes, I'm right. Intercellular substance, right? Okay, they have completed 3 questions, and we'll go for the fourth question. The patient has undergone an amputation. The patient has undergone an amputation of the which extremity? The patient has been gone with the amputation of which extremity? Yes, what do you mean by amputation? What do you mean by amputation? So let's discuss what do you mean by amputation. Okay, see, listen. Very important, very interesting. Very important, very interesting. I have seen the amputation with my doctor friends of my beloved cousins in India. So I was there beside like how this amputation was happening. Okay, so let's draw 2 legs. This is the lower extremity, means the down parts of the body like thighs, knees, legs, thighs. So what he asked in the question? What he asked in the question? A patient had undergone an amputation of the lower extremity. See, amputation is the ectomy, means cutting off an organ or anything, not organ, cutting off any external or like lower or upper extremities. If there is some gangrene, maybe in the gangrene situations we have to do ablation. So in a pathology we have a question like there is a gangrene on the foot, like infarction, like gangrene, something happened over there. Like you learn these terms when we start discussing about pathomorphology. But for now itself, you think there is a ganglion. So this ganglion has infected this foot. But if this foot is infected, this will spread into the lower supply of the arteries. After getting lower supply to the arteries, it will go into the intestines. From intestines, it's going to the blood. From the blood, it directly go into the heart. Okay, directly go into the heart and make the situations to people to die, because the infection can spread through the blood also, because the function of the blood is like transporting nutrients, transporting hormones, okay, transporting the drugs to the particular receptor sites, and this all. So there is a ganglion to this foot, so I need to do the amputation of this foot. So I did the amputation for this foot, but the question is, the patient has undergone an amputation of the lower extremities. Sometime later, painful nodules appeared in the thumb. What is called? Painful nodules. I've got this like some painful nodules have appeared. What is this? Painful nodules. Write clearly. Please draw the diagram and write clearly. Okay. Painful nodules have been occurred in a stump, like group. That's why it's called stump. What is called as TAMP, right? Right now, stump. STUMP, stump. Okay. And after that, we are going to discuss like amputations of neuromas were found out at the microscopic examinations. Okay, listen. I am going to zoom out this here. So this is a flesh. Okay, this is a flesh of the leg where I have cut it, where I have amputated, I have taken out due to some gangrene formation. So now I am taking a slide of this amputation and I am watching on the microscope. But see, our all all muscle fibers had some innervations with neurons, right? So here also we have some innervations of neurons. So when you zoom this neuron, the structure is like this. And what I wanted to explain is, see, just listen carefully. See, listen carefully. Understand the question. Understand the question. See, amputations of neuromas. See, these are the painful nodules. These are the neurons. Neuromas will be formed. These are the only neuromas are I have shown here. Exactly, okay? Because it's forming omas to the neuro. So it's neuromas. Right. So what the question he was asking, like amputations neuromas were found out at the microscopic examination. To what pathological process do those formations relate? Why these nodules have been formed in the stump? Because they are particularly formed in the neurons. So that's why they are called they have been, see, these are the nodules which have been here. So this has been called as neuromas. We have called this neuromas because the innervation of the nerves is okay, proper. But the thing I need to discuss over is nerve cells have the structure and function of central nervous system is neurocyte, nerve cell, or nervous tissue consists of nerve cells and so on. So the structural and functional unit of central nervous system is, you have to tell me now. Nerve cell, this is the answer. So what's happening in the nerve cell? Nerve cells are having the any damaging over, they are having the like regeneration. Is it? I think it's right. Yeah. So the answer is regeneration in the fourth question. If you observe in the histology of your Krog material, the fourth one is regeneration. So the regeneration has been taken in the neuromas, which is nothing but in the neurons. So that's the reason this stump has been come out, and this stump has been come out through this the cells which I have explained, like CNS, which consists of the structural and functional unit of cell. So even the neuromas are also regenerating. So that there is some correlation between these neuron cells and this amputation. So I've just given as a concept, but it's not so depth I went into it. But I mean to just explain you this amputation and these cells. But don't think that I'm taking so much time, because if you're doing it right now, there is no need for you to revision and again. Once you have seen, you have taken the explanation, that's it, right, finished. How many minutes I have finished?
37.
37 minutes I have finished. Oh my god, I'm teaching 37 minutes. Oh my god. Come, let's go with the final question and we'll soon take off. And come, let's go to the last final question. So thank you so. Okay, right. A 22-year-old patient was admitted to the hospital with complaints of heavy nasal breathing. See, this is my nose. Oh no, my nose is not like this. Wait. Oh, no problem, it's nice. So what is happening? Heavy nasal breathing is taking. Okay, let me draw the lips so that you can easily find out. Wow. Where is his chin? Okay, let me draw his ears. Please draw his ears. So see. During examination, okay, a 22-year-old patient was admitted to the hospital with complaints of heavy nasal breathing. During the examination of her nasal cavity, the doctors found thickened mucous membrane, a lot of mucus and nodular infiltrates with erosions in the nose. So now I wanted to, he was taking heavy nasal breathing. Why is taking heavy nasal breathing? Is he was having like asthma? Is he having like any tachycardia, like heart rate is so fast, like hypertension or blood pressure? Or like is he having like any other problems like any sinuses? Or like what? Why is taking heavy nasal breathings? So there he started to explain us. See, the crow paper made guy is explaining us. A 20-year-old boy was admitted to the hospital with complaints of heavy nasal breathing. During the examination, nasal cavity, the doctors found thickened mucous membrane. See, from this nose, they put one knife. They put one knife in his nose. They cut the tissue and they zoom it out. And the tissue was, see, this was the tissue. This was the tissue. But when they have seen, no, the tissue is like this. It should be the normal nose tissue. But when they have seen in the zoom, like when they have seen in the microscope, the tissue was thickened and there was a gap this much. The cells of the tissue was thickened. This all was thickened. Why? During the examination of our nasal cavity, the doctors found thickest mucous membrane. Okay, a lot of mucus and nodular infiltrates with erosions in the nose. So this was filled with some nodular infiltrates. Infiltrates means something which is kept in this gap. So that is called infiltrates. Infiltrates which is kept in this gap. Okay, infiltrates with some erosions. Erosions means like you have studied in your geographic social, I mean not geographic concepts, like see, like erosions. Erosions will be like this. Here it will be a mountain, here there will be water or something. The erosions will be coming from this, like this, erosions. So here also you can see the erosions. Erosions in the nose. The nasal rhinoscleroma. What do you mean by rhino? Rhino is an animal, like we have the rhino with beak. With beak, what you call that? I don't know, but you try to understand. If it's beak, that's the name we have. The name rhino plus scleroma. Scleroma. Scleroma means here I kept specs. I put water on that my specs. But when it was raining, I was unable to sew until I rub. So before rubbing, how that specs looks with the water, exactly the scleroma means the same. But this was my basic example definition. But you write according to the Google definition or your textbook definition, how you try to understand the meaning. Scleroma, rhino means nose, and scleroma is the inside the tissue, which I have explained you, like taking one example of the spectacles. So the other question was the nasal scleroma was diagnosed by. See, whenever you diagnose a thing which is related to the rhinoscleroma, mostly you will be finding. See, whenever you see this, the symptoms like this, the symptoms like heavy nasal breathing, the symptoms like this rhinoscleroma, the cell, the tissue which has been thickened, the cell which has been thickened with some gap in it, and that gap is infiltrated with somewhat nodular infiltrations, like which have some erosions, like I have explained you about the erosions. These erosions, it looks like given to the rhinoscleroma, scleroma. I have explained about everything. And after that, the final question will go is, the biopsy was taken, what type of morphological changes may be found? Yes, morphological. We're studying about what? See, we're discussing about the histology, but unfortunately pathology question, morphology question came. So we are talking about the morphology of the cell. This cell taking its morphology. See, this cell taking its morphology, and this all guys, this cell ate this all thing, and it's taking its morphology like this, like a devil. Like a devil. And she wanted to bite your nose. And her name is, this beautiful lady name is nothing but the cell. Her beautiful lady name is granulomas. Granulomas with Mikulicz cell. Mikulicz cell. Guys, put how many stars you want to put for this question. Very important for all time asked question paper. So here we are going to complete our how many questions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's enough for today. So we'll be ending our class. So I have successfully completed my part 1 group discussion of base. So tomorrow we'll be back with anatomy base explanation question discussion of part 2. So we have done part 1. So thank you so much.